children, finances. I'm not fighting my man about where he put his man cave. Negro, put your man cave in that garage. You know what that means. My car is parked outside. That means shoveling the snow off my car in the early mornings and taking my car to get it washed all the
Get your black ass
things that men do anyway. At least you know where he at if his man cave is in the garage, okay? Perspective is life. And you women need to get a better perspective on what you need to be nagging your man all the about. Time. God, and I'm single. I can't wait till I get a husband. Lord knows he gonna be happy.
Hold up now. I say perspective is life all the time. Let me find out that you're watching me, Mrs. MD Ford. You know, let me find out.
So, 3 things that will keep a man faithful to you. Pretty tongue in cheek, obviously. I mean, I'm smart.
Let's see. This chick right here, she likes to make this. She likes making trigger bait stuff. So, you guys just, take this Billy chick with a grain of salt. She's always all over the place. 1 minute she's saying things that, she agree with men. The next minute she's trying to trigger men. She does whatever for the algorithm, man. A lot of these women, especially younger ones, they do whatever. Y'all think it's for the gram. No, it's for the algorithm. It's all about the algorithm. Hey, especially these Zennial chicks, they know algorithms. They know how to get in one. Don't know how to get a man or keep one, but they know how to get in an algorithm. Trust me, this woman's posted videos about Sigma males. She definitely knows how to get in the algorithm.
Problem with Hawk Tuah. Let me start with this. Men, let's be honest. Women just want your attention. And women, I don't care how strong and independent you are. You know I'm right. So men, the women you give your attention to dictates how other women act. And now we have good old Hawk Tuah taking the internet by storm. She's selling merch.
Bullshit. Listen, men, I love ripping these talking points apart. Men don't control algorithms. Oopsie. We don't control algorithms. Corporations do. So whatever they decide to push to the forefront has nothing to do with us. Okay? When they push her into a certain level, called an industry plant type situation, when they decide the algorithm, the corporations decide who they want to promote for whatever degenerate reasons they want to, they push them to the top of the algorithm. People assume that this person's really popular based off of the algorithms giving her clout. Then they just start wanting to see what she's about, right? This is what they do. These are not organically grown people. That's why they jump to the top really quickly. You got to pay attention to things. See, they use the internet and they use social media so that they can control people's opinions and narratives. And they can pick and choose who they want to. I'm a network engineer, okay? I know how to throttle certain people's bandwidth and let other people get more. This is what I did in Iraq when I was building internet over there. Building internet networks over there. You know what I'm saying? I could throttle people. I could make sure they could barely even download a picture, right? I mean, you can adjust stuff, man. So this woman talking this crazy talk about we're promoting this Hawk Tuah. No, we're not. We have no control over algorithms. If we did, we wouldn't suppress our own content. Why would we do that, dummy? If we're the reason why this woman is where she's at, why would we suppress our own content telling us how to be better men? Why would we do that? Come on, man.
And profiting off of her tips. And men are calling her wife material. So no wonder we see street interviews like this one all the time. Because we are rewarding women who present themselves as a good time with massive fame. I'm not convinced.
And see, what they're like when they do this with the algorithm, they allow for people like her to create talking points out of nothing, right? We have no control of the algorithm, but now she can make it seem like it's our fault that Hawk Tuah got where she's at, and we didn't even know who that woman was. And we didn't know who she was. She was already doggone viral by the time we, you know what I'm saying? Nah, the algorithm, listen, they're obviously pushing an agenda. Degeneracy, and the more degenerate it is, the higher you get pushed in the algorithm. Don't make it seem like men are doing anything differently than men have always done. We're going to look at women's boobies and booty. That's what we do. Now, some men have less control, but it ain't us pushing her to the top of the algorithm. The girl is average at best. I mean, she's really mid in the face. She's like one of these country girls around here that don't wash her ass. Just her hair, and let the soap just, you know what I'm saying? Let the soap. Let me stop.
That these dumb women we see on podcasts and street interviews are representative of who they actually are. So men, if you helped catapult Hawk to a girl to stardom, you cannot then go and complain about the dumb crap you see women saying online and your selection. And women, stop saying dumb shit just to go viral and then complaining about how men have given up on dating. Here's my problem with Hawk to it. Let me start with this. Men, let's be honest. Women just want your attention. And women.
That is true though. Women do just want our attention. They really do. The problem is they don't deserve it and they don't qualify. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. It's not that you don't qualify because of the way that you look. It's not that you don't qualify because some men actually love antiques. So it's not because you have a ton of bodies with some men. It really comes down to this ego and attitude and this entitlement you have. It is so disgustingly ugly that it doesn't matter what you have going for yourself. You look funky. I can't stress it enough. I can't say that you look unattractive or ugly, but you look funky. That's like the best word to, like, however you conceptualize funky, right? That's what you look like to us. Not goofy, because that's not strong enough. You know, not ugly, because that's too far. You know, when these women be having it together, you can't. But funky. You know, like you got all this crap on and we don't know when the last time you took off your wig. Funky. Like you're too busy running around for the gram and we don't know if you're washing your ass every day. Funky. Like maybe on the other end of the phone while you're recording your videos, we don't even know if you've brushed your teeth. They look kind of cheddary. Funky. See, this is how you look, and you know, contrary to popular belief, we don't like funky. We don't like funky. And y'all think that y'all can just throw your funk on us. And we're showing you better than we can tell you. Okay? Keep that funky shit to yourself. Funky ass chicks, dude. That's the best way to describe you. Dudes don't know how to put it into words because they don't want to call you ugly or whatever, but you're funky as hell. I think I got like one more in here.
These are 10 things men hate hearing from women. Like they will make him shut down like a Windows 98
funky
computer.
bunch.
One,
yeah, I like that.
We need to talk. You just ruined his whole day, bro. 2, I'm just still trying to figure out who I am. Wait.
Yeah, never hit a grown man. Never hit a grown man with the "we need to talk." And only white women do this. Man, my ex hit me with that. I'd be like, what is going on? Is this a business deal about to go down? Man, or did you become a police officer? Ain't no, especially black dude. We're not trying to hear that. We need to talk. Like, we don't need to do shit. Let me stop cussing. We stop. I just hate when someone make it seem like you have to do something and then try to say something with assumed authority. You know, I can't stand it. You know what I mean? Just don't do that to us. We need to talk. Well, excuse me? You mean you want to talk? I don't need to do nothing. I don't need to do nothing. You know, this is a bad way to speak. It really is. It's quite ignorant.
Let me tell you, non-committal and indecisive. Bye. 3, real men, and then description of whatever it is that will benefit her at that time. Same with be a man. Y'all would eviscerate him if he told you to be a woman. 4, after telling him you're not hungry. Can I have some? 5, I had a dream you, and then you describe something he would literally never do, but now has to answer for.
I'm gonna let her play back through again. But you talking about like when they're patting the weave, or you talking about when they're running their, hey, does it bother you like it bothers me when you see them in their videos like playing with that weave? Like throwing it over, running their fingers through it or whatever, then have the nerve enough to turn around and be talking about Becky. Like, come on. Because if you took care of your hair, you could perm it, you could wear it natural, and you could do, but this throwing a weave or wig on and then throwing it around like it's yours. And then a lot of that hair comes from these Indian women when they shave their head to get rid of bad spirits off of them. That's what they do. They shave their head. Then they give your black ass that hair. So then you take on all that, you know what I'm saying? You give it to the dudes that you messing with. I'm telling you, it's a bad business, period. It really, if you take care of your hair, you can rock the froze. Ain't no black dude ever said, I hate your natural hair. Y'all don't want to keep up with it. It's just easier to throw a wig on. Hey, listen, I get it. I don't like hitting the barbershop all the time. I wear a hat. I'm not judging you. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is, living in a glass house, shouldn't be throwing stones. It's just wild. But yeah, man, the weaves, bro, like, it's gotten to the point where y'all think that we should just accept the funk. Just like, hey, this is what it is. We're gluing these jokers on, and you don't want to know what the underneath smells like. I'm so, I want to see her take it off, rip it off her forehead, because they glue it on their forehead, right? And then I just want to, I don't know why. Don't judge me. I've never smelt it. I need to have an identifier so I can, you know what I'm saying? Really put it into words. I've never smelt the underneath. If any of you guys have smelt the underneath of the wig, the underneath, the hair underneath or whatever, after it's been on for months, I want to know what that smell. What does that smell like? Somebody describe it in the comment section, man, as best you can articulate, because I've never smelt it. You know what I mean? I gotta know, man.
6, if you're broke, just say that. You first. 7, I just think it's funny how, and then you start describing something that you definitely do not think is funny, nor is in any way funny to anybody. And yes, he knows he's in danger. 8, I was thinking he already knows that you don't mean we. You mean him. You want him to do a chore around the house. 9, you don't even care. This would be a lot easier for guys to empathize with if it wasn't majoritively said in response.
Yeah, it's a toss up. That's what you got to go outside the country, because you got, the black women wearing the wigs, and then you have Becky that'll only wash her hair. You know what I'm saying? She'll only wash her hair, and then the soap run down, and then they're putting science behind it. This is how I know that it's an agenda, because there's videos where there's like scientists like talking about, do you know that it's bad to wash your legs? Like, what? Huh? See, sane people don't want to use wash rags. And I ain't talking about all people. I ain't talking about all white people, because there's plenty of white people that use wash rags. And I'm talking about the ones that just don't want to do it. They want to keep it traditional with their ancestors from, what was that? The Black Plague, whatever it was over there in Europe, where they were just throwing crap out the window and landing on top of people. And, people had to go over there and, what I'm saying, get their sewer and everything working right, teaching them about washing. And do you know that they came up with perfume to cover up the smell of feces and urine on people from back then? That's what they came up with, perfume. Man, I'm telling you, it was rough. It's rough. I don't know how we got on this tangent, but it is what it is. A live stream, y'all. Come on.
To her not getting her way. And 10, fine. I don't care. Just do whatever you want. Just know that if you ever say that to a man, you better mean that with your whole chest, because he will take you up on that.
Absolutely.
If you want to ring the death knell of your own relationship, that's the phrase to do it. Remember, just because guys prefer sticks and stones doesn't mean words don't matter. These are 10 things men.
Yeah. Your words don't hurt no one, but your words can end your relationship. Don't think that you have power in your words. You don't. Okay, dudes don't care anymore. We're on this. You start acting up, you're gone. I don't give a damn how long you've been together. Act up, you're gone. Just not dealing with it no more. As a man, you cannot live in this world having a woman stress you out. It'll put you in the grave early. I'm telling you, man. And that's the goal with most of them. They got a spirit on them. Not all of them, but most of the spirit on them. It's like a Lilith spirit. They can't stand to see you happy. And they got to like do something to get you out of that happiness. And it's normally something to do with them running their mouth, you know, because that's their major weapon. You have to understand. You do understand. You know what I'm saying? We use our hands and that's our weapons or whatever. They use their tongue in multiple ways. You know, their tongue can be used to soothe a man to sleep. You know what I'm saying? And throat goat the babies. Or the tongue can be used to lash you 1,000 lashes with their tongue, where you just want to be like, bitch, shut up. Man, just shut up. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's listening to the babbling nonsense you're saying. You're not listening to it. What you talking about? And remember, we're on strike with this emotional intelligence term. We're on strike. That is a term made up so that women can feel like their emotional actions are justified. So they can move around in emotion and be like, oh, no, I'm emotional intelligent. No, we're done with that. That's a new term, just like narcissists, different ways to make men out to be toxic or allow women to escape accountability. I figured it out, man, because men can't seem to wrap their mind around this emotional intelligence because it don't make no sense. Okay. I've tried to interpret it a proper kind of way, but really it's applying logic to emotion, which is logic. There's no need to add the emo. It's really just women that are just moving out of emotion. So I was watching this one crazy lady on Rich Cooper podcast. She was talking to this dude named Moff or whatever, and she kept talking about, you men just think logically and think that's everything, and you don't know how to move in your emotions as well. And she's just some fembot who's trying to make everything that men do seem logical, and like all we're doing is sticking in one linear way of thinking, when if you're moving based out of logic and not emotion, then that way you probably make the right decisions and it'll probably be the best outcome for everybody that's involved. Men can't move, like one lady said on the podcast, we can't move in emotion. When dudes move in emotion, somebody gets physically hurt. I don't understand. So I don't understand this terminology. And when you look on these different podcasts and panels, when women are asked, what is it? Then they say, I think, I feel. No. What is the definition? I didn't ask you what you think it is or what you feel it is. What is the actual definition of it so we can have a base to go off of? Because what happens is they're doing it in their own interpretation. And see, when you start having things open to interpretation, you have no foundation. So now it's everywhere. It's all over the place. And they can never be pinned down with nothing. So they can just keep moving the goalpost. So once you go down the rabbit hole of emotional intelligence, just know that it's just constant goalpost moving. You say something and no. I didn't mean it like that. No. You misunderstood. I mean it. It's pointless, man. It's circle talk. It's babble. It's yap.